We are live, everyone. It's the Nerd Report live. I love the redundancy here. Speaking of redundancy, Boba Fett has returned to Star Wars yet again, and we're going to talk about that and maybe whatever else is in the news. I don't even know, but stay tuned. All right. Does anyone have an echo? No echo. All right.
Nope, I heard an echo before.
All right, guys. Hey, what's up, Stanley? He's live. He's in here. Hopefully we'll get some more people in here. Is my mic sounding okay? It feels like it's redlining. So is it clipping? Am I too loud?
It's okay.
All right.
It sounds like there's a little clip, but it's good. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not into the clip. Let's go down the panel. Let's talk about today's day. How did it go? Like the abbreviated version, Mike. Let's start with you, not like the Jeffrey Harris 3-hour version. But
oh damn it! I was already ready for that version.
How was your day today?
It was good.
Awesome. That's the way I like it.
Next.
If it was Jeffrey, then we have to prove today is actually a day in which the sun rose and then it set, and then All right, Robert, how was your day?
It was a good day. Can't complain. Nice and sunny. It's a beautiful day in Southern California.
You can't go outside though. So, can you? We're starting to be able to go outside, right?
We're opening up a little bit.
I'm not. I'm too scared. I'm hiding. Yeah, I'm just taking a lot of
the
vitamin
reason
D.
why you're not opening your camera?
No, actually, to tell you the truth, guys, I have a black eye because my allergies are so bad that my eyes were itching. It's like my right eye is closed practically. Lunga, how was your day?
Shitty, but I'm here.
That's
I mean, when you have a bad day, why change it, right?
There you go.
Why make it better?
Yeah.
Let me slap you around some more.
No.
How was your day, Juan?
It's pretty good. I found out what my my house is for Harry Potter. I'm a Hufflepuff.
That's not surprising. I gotta be honest.
I get it. What house he belongs to? I get it.
That's not surprising. I'm surprised you waited this long to find out what house you belong to.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna guess it's no surprise to anyone that I'm a Slytherin. So
wait, is it actually like it chose you? The hat chose Slytherin for you?
On Pottermore, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm.
You know, I thought I was gonna be Slytherin.
Hell no. You're too much of a cinnamon roll to be Slytherin.
Wow. You make it sound like such a bad thing.
What do you mean,
John, it tastes good.
Even when you try to be insulting, somehow you're complimentary.
Is that a way of saying John's too nice? Is that what it is?
No, not
just that's what he's trying to say.
Not saying he's too nice. I'm just saying
instead of a douchebag, I'm a nice bag.
I'm saying it's in his inane nature without even trying to be a nice person.
Someone doesn't know John.
Compliment right there.
You have to know John better. He's not like that. It's all an act.
Listen, we don't talk about our after stream chats here, Lewis. That's
yeah, they'll stay private.
That's the kind of stuff
that should last a week. Yeah. Hey, so look, the exciting news today: Tamia Morrison, the original clone. Well, he's not actually the original clone here, but is coming. He's returning as Boba Fett, and as you remember, he was Boba Fett. He wasn't Boba Fett. He was Jango Fett in the original, the prequels. Boba Fett's actually an exact clone of Jango Fett, who was played by Tamia Morrison. So when he grows up, he's gonna look just like Tamia Morrison, Jango Fett. And I kind of like this news, but could you guys let me know what you guys think? Let's start off with Lunga. What do you think of this news?
I am completely on board.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad they proved me wrong, because when I first saw the episode, I'm like, no, I think that's Grief Karga. I don't think it's Boba Fett.
Well, rewind.
I did. I rewound it. I paused
hold
it.
Hold on.
Video.
Italiano, camado. Let the audience know what you're talking about. You said the episode. This is the Gunslingers. The episode.
The Gunslinger episode.
The episode of the Brady Bunch?
With Ming Na.
Okay, there we go.
As Fennec Shan, since I watched your video and you can't pronounce it. As Fennec Shan. And the one guy who played Toro, who died in it. When Fennec Shan when it appeared that Fennec Shan was dead and Toro left her behind, we see a mysterious figure approach. with boots and a cape, and we hear
Mhm.
a telltale sound of jangling spurs, which we know is a sound associated with Boba Fett. So people started making the assumptions, which it seems like it may be true now, that was Boba Fett. I argued it wasn't because I didn't think they were going to be. Usually, when we want those things, it doesn't happen.
Right.
So I'm like, there's no way. I'm like, I bet on this on the odds. I'm like, nah, there's no way. So I'm glad they proved me wrong if that's the case. So I'm happy about that. Also, this excites me because we're seeing Ahsoka, right? Also, supposedly. Who did we see Ahsoka with last in the Clone Wars? I thought someone would answer.
Rex.
Rex. Rex, who is also a clone, who is also an exact duplicate of Jango Fett. So if they sign him to a contract to be part of the Star Wars universe, not only could he play Boba Fett, but he could play Rex or any other clone that survived after all this stuff goes on too. So you could see,
I'm your clone.
Also see him. You can also see him with a beard, being Rex as well. You know what I mean? So he very versatile, and he's a wonderful actor to begin with. On top of that too, so
I hope they don't make it like he was the guy in Return of the Jedi, that random rebel they keep saying he was on what's it called, with the Ewoks.
Well, unless they edit the movie and put his face in there, they can't do that.
But I hate when Star Wars. I kind of sometimes don't like when Star Wars does that. Like, hey, remember that random dude all the way in the back? Yeah. He was really Darth Vader's spirit. What do you think of the news, Mike?
I think it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing Boba Fett, but I'm curious to see if they're going to do it as a flashback. Is it really going to be like in the Gunslinger episode? Will he show up, if they do, and if it is present time in the story, will they show how he gets out of the Sarlacc pit?
If that's a story, though, we don't know.
We don't know.
That may not be cool.
It may not be it, but if they do, I'd love to see that.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know, there was a story there. I mean, expanded universe that Boba Fett's armor didn't taste too good to Sarlacc, so it kind of took him. It was harder for him to digest them, and then kind of like Boba Fett struggled out of the Sarlacc pit with his jetpack and everything. So that's how he'd be coming back. That's one of the theories. What about you, John? You like the idea? I know you do.
No, it's a terrible idea. Why would you want to see two Mandalorians together on the same screen? It's awesome. It's great.
Technically, with the new canon,
two masked people coming together. We don't know that yet because this could be a whole new storyline they can do. Like he might have a new backstory. Like
Filoni came out and said, Lucas too, that Boba Fett is not a Mandalorian.
Well, screw Filoni. Because he made the two worst episodes in Mandalorian. So
here we go.
Robert, what do you think? You excited for this? You already bought more toys?
Actually, I have my Black Series was supposed to come today. My Mandalorian Black Series, and it didn't show up. So yeah, I saw. I didn't know anything about it until I saw actually your video, and then I actually watched everybody else's videos.
I stole it, Robert.
Were you shocked when you saw the video pop up on Nerd Report?
Yeah, because I was surprised. I mean, I was at work, but I had no clue. Nobody knew, about any breaking news. It's the Hollywood Reporter, right? That broke it. Yeah. Yes. And I mean, it's their exclusive. So there's probably a little bit of go ahead and release it now, kind of thing. Let me shut that phone off. But I mean, I'm looking forward to it. But we still don't know. Is that actually Boba Fett? Are those his feet with the spurs? We don't know yet.
The Hollywood Reporter did say that was him. Whoever tipped them off. I'm actually thinking that Disney actually gave that news to a few outlets, not just them.
I mean, my thought is Disney gave it to him and said, "Hey, can you not break this until such
today.
and such day?" Right?
Yeah.
And just hold on to it until that day, which they've kind of been known to do, especially with Entertainment Weekly as well.
And they actually did confirm. Well, whoever told them must have confirmed that is Boba Fett in there.
Those are his feet with the spurs.
Yep.
But I mean, I'm excited for it, but at the same time, I'm not gonna get overly excited. I mean, we don't know. We could see him for one episode, get killed off, and then he's done. And then that could be the end of it. So
They would not do that.
I don't know. I don't know. There's a possibility. I wouldn't put it past them at all.
Oh, you're trying to say they're gonna try to subvert expectations?
You never know. That's all. I'm just saying. I'm not going to be too excited.
Maybe they asked Boba Fett what happened to him all these years. And instead of bounty hunter, he's just like on an island.
And
he's upset at himself.
Right. And doesn't want to help anybody else.
He doesn't want a bounty anymore. He
doesn't want a bounty anymore. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it, of course, but yeah, I'm not going to get my hopes up and anticipate this huge storyline for Boba Fett. But you did bring up a good point about is Boba Fett going to try to take the bounty away from the Mandalorian? Could we see that? Are they going to be battling? So a lot of expectations, a lot of fan theories are going to go on all the way until October. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Boba versus Mandalorian would be epic, dude. Like that would really help the ratings. And you there? Go ahead.
Well, not just help it, but I mean that would throw it over the top. I mean,
not that it needs it,
right?
Not that it needs it. But then again, it's like I think he's probably going to go after the bounty as well, and Boba Fett's going to be in. Mando's going to be in his way, and then Ahsoka Tano will know exactly what the child is because she's met that species before. Mm-hmm. She's a Jedi. That child is a Jedi, so there's a lot of revelations going to happen during that. But yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be Boba Fett. What do you think? What do you guys think the storyline is going to be like? What would you like to see? Or do you think I'm right that he's going to go? They're both going to go after the child, or do you think maybe Mando and him are friends since Mando uses a carbon freezing technique, and that's something only Boba Fett does. Do you think the Mandalorians know about Boba Fett? Lunga, what do you think?
Well, again, if we're going with the canon that Filoni has said, he's not a Mandalorian. He was actually kicked out. In the Clone Wars, you had them to say with Jango and the other ones that he's like, no, he's not a Mandalorian. He just wears the armor. So, I mean, they kind of established it. I don't see Filoni backtracking and changing that. However, it does set up an interesting storyline where they consider him a Mandalorian pretender, and the other Mandalorians are going to take some issue with it because he hasn't paid into the system, if you will, like the way they have, and stuff like that. So, but we could also see him maybe deciding to want to be a part of it and joining in with them. I think he's going to be a character that's used sparingly. Let's just put it that way. They're going to have him. They're going to use him here and there, and they'll bring him up. But I don't think he's going to be that kind of character that you're just going to see like every episode. That's not what you do with Boba Fett, and I doubt that's what they're going to do.
I know Filoni said he's not a Mandalorian, but I think sometimes they'll go back on their word. Just like they said the Emperor was dead in Return of the Jedi, and he's not.
Oh my God, Lewis!
And they also said that Luke was.
Show me the line. Hold on, no. Show me the line. Quote me the line from the movie where they said the Emperor is dead.
Dude, they killed him on screen.
Quote me. No, they threw him down a pit. Throw me the line.
Okay. Quote me the line in any movie or cartoon where they said Boba Fett's not a Mandalorian. Go.
Aha.
Clone Wars.
Trash.
No, you said quote you, and I did immediately. And if you want to, you said no, don't in a movie. You cannot get to add these little caveats.
Okay, give me an hour.
Argument.
Give me an hour, and there's going to be somewhere where I can find.
Here, you want an example? Boba Fett put on the Starlight Pit, and the Starlight Pit burped
by killing. I can find a place where they're going to say that Darth Vader brought balance to the Force by killing the Emperor. I guarantee you I can find that in a comic or live action somewhere.
Comics are not canon.
Nor a cartoon.
Anymore. The Clone Wars is canon. Yes, it is.
There's a lot of contradictions, dude.
Disney
it's not a contradiction. You're a denier.
Okay. I was watching Clone Wars.
Just accept it.
Okay. I was watching Clone Wars.
No, hold on. Slow down. You watched a couple episodes of Clone Wars.
Right. And I saw an episode where they killed R4. They blew his ass up. And this was the one that was supposed to lead right into Revenge of the Sith. And there's R4, like if nothing happened. Right.
Droids can be repaired.
Okay. 2 seconds after named R4. No, dude, I doubt it. Mike, how come I want to call you Miguel? I don't know why.
I don't know. Probably because of the Latino thing.
No, it's not that, dude.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay. What do you think the story is going to be?
I think, and this is me going off of the top of my head. I think Giancarlo Esposito's character, Moff Gideon. So Boba Fett. So he hires Boba Fett to help him out to find the child. And I think that's how the Mandalorian and him confront each other.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be the storyline.
In no way though do I want to see Boba Fett become some type of protagonist. I don't want to see that. That would really that would really break down that character, destroy that character. So I mean please keep those characteristics. I'm sure there will be an attempt to, but I don't want to see the good side of Boba Fett. He
has no real good side.
Well, no, I mean Boba Fett was
highest bidder, right?
Boba Fett was just a ruthless bounty hunter, and that was his goal. It was almost like a machine. Look, this is the bounty. Whoever gets in my way, I'll disintegrate, kill, destroy, whatever. That was his objective, was to claim his bounty. I just hope it's not spun in a way where, like I said, it's somehow, Boba Fett becomes, the protagonist or the good guy or, the likable guy all of a sudden. No, keep the same characteristics that Boba Fett is and was. And I'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen, John?
Let the past die.
They're gonna
Kill it if you have to.
They're going to kill Boba Fett?
Yes.
Again?
No, I think it's going to happen like the same way you guys were thinking it's going to happen. That's the best way to bring in Boba Fett, to see Mando go up against Boba, to see who's the best of the people wearing the Mandalorian armor. I want to see that.
I don't think it was ever established that Mando is the best Mandalorian. Has it been, guys?
I don't think so. I have always thought of him just as, one of many bounty hunters. That's it. Thing.
In the original trilogy, they never called him a Mandalorian. I'm sorry. He wore Mandalorian armor. They never called him a Mandalorian in the movies. They didn't. People were referring to comic books and stuff made by Lucas. Lucas.
How many times did they call Darth Vader a Sith Lord in the original trilogy?
Dude. But they called him a Sith Lord in the prequels. They didn't call Boba Fett or Jango Fett a Mandalorian.
I have a feeling they made that up. Well, when did the Mandalorian word even come into?
You and Jeffrey have something in common when it comes to apples and oranges. You know that?
Yeah.
I bet you.
Why would I think? You're right, man. Why would I think that he's a Mandalorian where he's wearing the exact same suit all Mandalorians wear?
Oh, I don't know, because he's a bounty hunter and he steals things. Jeez, maybe he had a bounty on a Mandalorian and took his armor. I don't know. That doesn't make sense at all, does it? That a criminal underworld bounty hunter would take the best armor off of one of his bounties. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Lewis?
Wait, so
isn't that what Mandalorian does in the show, though?
But
no, Mandalorian gets the medal, the Beskar, and has it crafted by a Mandalorian armorer.
But he's a bounty hunter.
But he doesn't steal it. Because he's a Mandalorian first. Which is the whole point of the show, Lewis. He's a Mandalorian first.
What
Boba Fett is not. He's a bounty hunter first.
Okay, so you're right. Are we gonna actually know if he's a Mandalorian or not in the actual show? Because he's wearing the armor. You're gonna think he's a Mandalorian. He's wearing the armor. Look at him. Look at Boba.
Because he wanted that kind of prestige. And again, it wasn't Boba just took it because his father had it. Let's be fair. We are talking about Boba Fett. There's some conflagration going on here between Boba and Jango. Okay?
But let's go back to where did Jango get the design for that armor?
There was never any insight unless you go to some of those Dark Horse comics, because I believe in there they talked about it more. But again, people are really hung up on these Dark Horse comics. And while some of them were okay and some of them were cool, I get it.
But
they're not fucking canon anymore. Sorry,
no, they don't count anymore. I agree with that. They don't count. So whatever,
but if they don't count anymore, could they still take from them?
They could. I'm sure they
can take whatever they want. They own the IP.
Yeah,
they did it on Clone Wars in this season because they brought in some Shadows of the Empire characters.
Right.
Okay, so what were you saying, Robert? Sorry to cut you off.
Shit, I forgot. I forgot. Damn it.
Robert,
All right, Robert, the fail as usual.
Robert, was that your shake weight imitation right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm recording.
How was the Wendy's tonight, Robert?
No Wendy's. Dude, I ate Wendy's like one time in like weeks, and all of a sudden I'm like the freaking Wendy's spokesperson.
Oh yeah. Did you get the double stack? I heard it's like running out.
No, I had I had like a regular burger.
Play it up, because if we get the Wendy's Twitter to retweet us, dude, we're in like Flynn.
I know. It is my bad. I should be playing it up. Like, yes, I had Wendy's again.
That's right.
Ding.
Okay, so Jedi Wanderer says Boba Fett, if he's a Mandalorian, he has to have that mark on his armor. Bounty hunters without the mark aren't Mandalorians. Yeah, but the Mandalorian in the Disney Plus show didn't have the mark either. He became. Yes, correct. Correct.
Right. And the reason why he didn't want it originally, because he says, I haven't earned it, which is the whole point. If you understand themes and you understand the way the story is going, was even though he was raised by Mandalorians, and even though he owed them for everything, he never considered him worthy of being called the Mandalorian up until that point.
The armor woman, right?
Right.
Okay.
No, the Mandalorian himself, Mando.
Okay.
Or they were calling him Mando because he was wearing the Mando.
Dude, it's because he's supposed to become that originally. Please.
Boba Fett walks into that same bar, they're gonna say Mando. They're gonna say the same thing. That's why people think Boba Fett's a Mandalorian.
Because he is a Mandalorian. I'm telling you the subtle things with his frame of mind. He never considered them, because in their culture, that's a big deal. On the outside, if you're wearing the armor, they're going to call you Mandalorian. Okay? Lewis, come on. You get it. They all call him Mandalorian because there's not that many, and he's wearing the armor. So obviously you're a Mandalorian. That's how they think it. That doesn't mean that's how the society inside reflects it.
So, but we know, we know it, like they said in the series, it's not a race, it's not a species, it's an oath.
Right.
Creed.
So, our creed. And along with that, it goes...
Follow.
It goes with the armor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the armor is very heavy duty.
No, I'm not just the material of the armor, but that design, the design
of the helmet and everything. But the armor is what the stormtroopers like. This is what happened. I'm almost 100% sure. They had a meeting with the Emperor, Darth Vader, and all the Moss. They brought in the Imperial Stormtrooper, the future Stormtroopers.
Did they bring Starbucks and scones too to this meeting?
Yes.
Ooh, scones.
And they go like this. Okay, so here's a Mandalorian, right? And then they shot at him. The blaster like ricocheted off, and they go to all those poor stormtroopers. They go, I promise you that the armor you're wearing is the same thing. And they all join the Empire, only to realize that everything slices through it like nothing.
Kind of like some actual government agencies. But let's go back to the armor, because we know the original design for Boba Fett was, and we're reaching back a little bit, late 70s, when it was the concept artist came up with this Boba Fett's armor, which he wasn't Boba Fett. He was supposed to be like the character was initially a specialized stormtrooper. It was supposed to be like an elite style stormtrooper. They were supposed to build a bunch of these costumes in white, and that's why we saw the prototype of Boba Fett in an all white armor, helmet, all white armor, and the actual very first appearance was in a and I'm not talking about a movie or a television series, but it was in a parade or some type of special.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was like an event for Star Wars, and that's where his actual first public appearance was, in the all-white prototype armor, because, like I said, it was supposed to be like an elite style stormtrooper. Then, the character was revamped, and they made that character into a bounty hunter, and then, added color to the armor, of course, and now we have Boba Fett. So I think that us fans, nerds, geeks, dorks, however you want to label us, we think so much more into it, rather than the writers were like
asses.
No, I said dweebs.
Um, you know, our brains are trying to wrap it around, between canon from, old comic books from Dark Horse to, from back to the holiday special and everything else where we've heard of Boba Fett. But I think, it's basically one of those things where it was made up as it went along, and they're like, oh shit, now we got to think of a backstory for this guy, because that's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah.
But when they asked when Filoni asked Lucas, so I'm doing this Mandalorian storyline on Clone Wars. Is Boba and Jango Fett, are they Mandalorians? And Lucas said, no, they're not Mandalorians. They're just bounty hunters. They took the armor, but I never intended them to be Mandalorians. That's what Lucas told him. Okay, so that's what Filoni went with, and Filoni now works for Disney, and that's what Disney's sticking with. So I don't care about your Dark Horse comics, which I don't care about all your EU shit, which, mind you, I'm an EU reader. I've read the books. I liked them. I enjoyed them. Okay. I enjoyed them as stories just like anyone else. Okay. But they were glorified fucking fan fiction. Okay. Lucas said that he's not a Mandalorian. Filoni took that from the mouth of him himself, created it, and Disney stuck with it. So from Lucas to Filoni to Disney, never a fucking Mandalorian. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry if I'm hurting someone's fifis. I'm sorry if I'm hurting, the deep fans, which, guess what? I'm one of them too, bitches. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings, but he never was. And you can pull out whatever comic books you want out your butt. They're not canon. Sorry.
Calm down there, Slytherin.
So like if like the Mandalorian season 2, they call the Mandos call Boba Fett a Mandalorian, then what? Is it possible? Not possible at all then?
Did you hear what I said at the beginning?
Well, they could call him a Mandalorian if he took the oath.
I said it could be a possible storyline where he may end up becoming a Mandalorian, where he ends up working with them and follows the way and decides to join up with them. That's a possibility. But I don't.
We know the carbon freezing. The carbon freezing is a well, it seemed like the Empire Strikes Back. That was like the first time they ever did it. So I wonder if they took that method from Boba Fett. And I wonder, like Mandalorians, they're usually warriors, and coincidentally, Mando is a bounty hunter. So that does carbon freezing, uses a carbon freezing method. So I wonder if maybe he looks up to him. Maybe they're not even
still a bounty hunter. I mean, there's two worlds we're still confusing here. Mandalorian does not equal bounty hunter.
I never said that.
This Mandalorian happens to be a bounty hunter, and then it gets confusing because Boba Fett wore Mandalorian armor and he was a bounty hunter. But he's a bounty hunter. So yeah, that is something that the bounty hunters use, either because of what happened in Return of the Jedi, and they're like, hey, this is an efficient way to do things, and they replicated it and started using it. It just fan service, whatever you want to be. It just happened to be two people in Mandalorian armor, but both utilizing this method that we saw. So.
Yeah, they also kind of like went a little bit out of their way during the first season to emphasize that jetpacks are a big deal if you have one within the culture, right?
No, that's not what they said.
Well, they gave it was like a big deal to Mando because he couldn't obtain one.
For him to get one. No, he just didn't have one. This is a time of they're in hiding, dude. They don't have a lot of resources. They're scrambling, with everything they have. Back before all the purge, the Mandalorians were pretty rich and they all had it. But now it's like,
any chance
everyone had that jetpack at the end of that battle sequence.
Yeah,
everyone has it. A lot of people have that jetpack. Even in the original the prequels. Any chance Pedro Pascal gets killed off and Boba takes a mantle and the oath? No, I think they're gonna live. Does anyone think that?
No,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
I think they're both gonna coexist. That's like
I still think he's gonna be sparingly used. You'll see him here and there, but I don't think he's gonna be this massively constant recurring character.
If they don't kill him early, I would prefer that they use him sparingly, because I don't want to see him pop up in every episode of the Mandalorian. I mean, unless there's a a good story arc to that, but just having Boba Fett around like every episode, it's
Thanks for the support, David. David March asks, I guess maybe Lunga. I don't watch Rebels. I mean, I have, but I'm not that fluent in it. He says, but Rebels, the series, is official canon, and they have a whole season on Mandalore, and they're nothing like the Mandalorian.
Would you like me to explain that for you?
Yeah.
I'll explain it because
Sure, I can
sucks.
easily explain it to you. Rebels, I can easily.
That's
explain
it.
to you.
Filoni sucks.
No, Rebels was 15 fucking years before the Mandalorian. Really?
15 years, you're gonna have a whole culture change just like that. All of a sudden, everyone's wearing a helmet and you can't take it off.
I don't know. Ask the people of Alderaan how their culture changed.
Blew up.
in 1 second. Ask them how their culture changed. This is Star Wars we're talking about here. There's an event called the Purge, which happened during the Empire. After the fall of the Old Republic, after Emperor Palpatine came to power, they took over different systems, and they had what is known in the Mandalorian, and we've seen it, called the Purge, which is where they stole all their resources, they took over their world. That's what caused them to scatter. This happened during the reign of the Empire. Okay, and this series is taking place, what do we say, 9 years? I think it was after Return of the Jedi, or
After Return.
How many years?
Yeah, 7 years after Return of the Jedi. So that's how. I mean, that's a long period of time. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like a long period of time, but Rebels takes place the year or two before A New Hope. And this is 7 years after Return of the Jedi. That's at least a decade of time there.
John, you want
to 5 years after Return of the Jedi?
Oh my God, there's a roach on my monitor. Damn it.
Okay.
That's not the kind you see.
Thanks, Louis.
Black eye.
Ugh. Anyways, yuck. Yeah, it's kind of tasty though. Not tasty. Yeah, it's tasty roach. But anyways, you kind of rebuttal that, John, since you said Filoni.
They can't even keep track of what they want to do. This is the way.
John's a bitter fan.
Why?
Because I had to highlight him on my stream the other day, literally telling Ryan Johnson, "Fuck you, Ryan." John, I had him full screen when all I was talking about was Ryan's idea of Taika Waititi directing a movie. Just because I'm "fuck you, Ryan," without even reading the tweet. Nothing. Just "fuck you, Ryan." I don't care. Go make knives out, guns out, dicks out. I don't care. Just don't make Star Wars.
Yo, what do you guys think of if I bring Jeffrey in here?
I don't care. I love Jeffrey.
Well,
yes.
bring him in.
Yeah, maybe I'll send him an invite real quick.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
You said maybe. That's why it's funny.
Yeah,
Maybe
wrestling's
I'll send him
almost
an
over,
invite.
so he should be free.
Who?
Wrestling's almost over, so he should be free.
There's a game tonight?
No, SmackDown is on
A
tonight.
game.
A game.
Oh,
It's just
wrestling.
sports entertainment.
Yeah,
Exactly.
what are you
There is no
watching?
games.
Well, they have
No,
score.
it's expected.
It's not
They have to
baseball.
score.
No, exactly.
It's not baseball. You know, it's the
Exactly.
bottom of the third inning. It's not.
They're in overtime right now.
Exactly.
So, do you guys find? I hope they bring him, but Daniel Logan. Do you think he has any room in here?
They'll throw a mask or a helmet on him and have him in the series, kind of as a I don't want to say like here you go, but I would think maybe they would offer him a role in something, but I mean he can't. I don't think Daniel Logan can play a character, without some type of helmet or something, because I mean he's too recognizable.
Think he could just be another Mandalorian.
He could. I mean, yeah. I mean something. Yeah, like let's.
I mean, Favreau played one. Why not?
He did.
Yeah, Favreau was the big Mandalorian.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was the one
The
arguing with
one
him.
that came with the girl. Yeah, the one fight with them with the one that had a knife fight.
Oh, okay.
And he came in with the big old Gatling gun. That was Favreau.
I didn't know that was Favreau.
Now I got to watch the second episode of the Gallery Star Wars.
Yeah, I haven't
You
seen
know-
the second episode yet.
You know what they should do? Because I heard the second episode. Hold on. The second episode is going to be the Mandalorian Snyder Cut. What's up, Jeffrey?
Hello there, Jeffrey.
It is your great honor and
Hey.
pleasure to welcome Hollywood Purgatory, aka Jeffrey Harris, to the Nerd Report.
AKA the child.
The pleasure is all yours. You're lucky to have me.
Hey,
Hello,
Jeffrey.
everyone.
Welcome.
I'm
Welcome.
Jeffrey Harris.
Hello?
All hail Jeffrey.
Lewis asked if your wrestling game was over.
Wrestling game.
Yeah, the game. Is it done?
Is the game over?
What game?
The game.
The wrestling game. That's what Lewis calls it.
SmackDown ended hours ago.
Right.
Ah, there was no overtime.
No overtime.
No. Are you?
Well,
is this some sort of inside joke here? Are you guys trying to troll
right
me?
before you came, right before you came out, we're actually on your side because we were laughing at Lewis. Right before you came in, Mike said, "Well, yeah, SmackDown's ending, so he should be coming in."
Okay, so
like,
I'm gonna,
the game's almost over.
I watched a live
All
feed
right,
for
Jeffrey, give me a
SmackDown.
second. Give me a second. Jeffrey. So I looked up. I know there's going to be a contradiction here, but I'm 100% right. There's no answer for what's about it. I looked up the definition of games. The WWE wrestling falls into what a game is: a form of play or sport, especially a competitive one, played according to rules and dedicated and decided by skills,
Fictional rules.
strength or luck. That's what a game is. So yes, the WWE is a game. Sorry, I don't make up the words. I don't make up the English language. But the definition of the game, I don't want to.
Lewis, words are used in a certain way for a certain meaning.
Look.
Just like we know what the definition of the word host is, and you're not it, but we still.
Look, I don't want to get into a debate on how you want to classify.
It falls
If you want,
into.
we can talk about the Tom Segura. He's trending all over Twitter right now because of his podcast. He trashed not only trashed wrestling, the Special Olympics too.
Who's that?
He's a comedian with a podcast.
Yeah.
Popular
Okay,
comedian.
I've heard of him. I've heard of Tom Segura.
Bundo with the super chat. He said, "But it's sports entertainment." Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
If
You're right.
if you ever want to ask a wrestler if wrestling is fake, watch the video on YouTube between John Stossel.
Yes,
And-
I just watched the video on that last week too.
So if you ever have the balls to ask a professional wrestler, is wrestling fake? Watch that video.
Is it the one
before you
with
ask
he
the
gets
wrestler.
headbutted?
No,
slapped.
he gets
slapped.
slapped hard.
Bitch slapped. I mean, just. Bah! And the sad thing is, when I watched the video, I watched. I think it was it was Dark Side of the Ring. Jeffrey, they did a thing on it of that event.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah, and
What about it?
In that video, it's funny because they're talking to John Stossel now about it, and at the end, the dude is still bitter. He's still pissed.
Is he? I gotta see that.
He is still pissed. He won the lawsuit. And because the doctor, and it's funny because the doctors are saying about how, he has lasting pain from this injury. And in his video, he's talking about, he's like, listen, I don't know if that's true or not, that last injury can go away when something ends. It's a possibility. Well, mine, it did go away when I got paid. And that's exactly how he said it.
What was it? Was it Steve Williams? Is that who it was? Dr. Death? No, it was Dr. Death, right? That was his wrestling.
David
Jeffrey,
Schultz.
what was the wrestler?
Dr. D. David Schultz.
There you
That's
go,
it.
Dr. D.
There
David
you
Schultz,
go.
yeah.
That's
Steve
it.
Williams was Dr. Death.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But it's sports entertainment. Okay. I got it. Okay. You got me. You know why, Bunda? Because when I watch basketball, when I watch football, when I watch baseball, that shit is not entertaining. Thank you. All right. Next.
Baseball's
Another
not
super
insane.
chat by Bunda. Woo! I love wrestling, but if the outcome is a work, it's not a sport. Is a work? Did I read that right? It's just not. It's entertainment. Okay, you mean if
But it
it's
is a game. According to Lewis, it is a game.
It is a game. It could be pre-scripted, but it's a game.
Is gaming a sport though?
Holy cow,
Is
dude!
sports a sport?
Sorry, I brought this up.
Here, Lewis, let me ask you here. I can make this easy for you. Let's say there was a televised martial arts competition. Okay? And you were watching it. And then someone said, "Is Lewis done watching the game yet?" Would you be okay with that definition?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you're just weird then.
Well, because like even like boxing, they go. We don't call we call
it a match or show.
No, but we call the instructor. We call like the instructor. We call him coach, like a coach.
But that doesn't mean but you still don't call the event a game.
But it is a game. It's scored. But that requires
it's called an event. It's called a competition.
Yeah, and all sports events too. Baseball, the World Series is not a match. It's not an event.
Call it an event or a show.
Same thing for baseball World Series. Same thing. Exactly. And some of those are scripted as well.
You know what, Lewis? I just want to credit you for getting on this boat, even though it wasn't your story, but you jumped on the Boba Fett story. So good job there.
Thank you, man. I jumped on it quickly, and let me say, I have, I did. We have a lot of likes, a lot of shares on Facebook for posting it, but like just about 100 views, which tells me YouTube is full of shit.
I watched it.
Oh, you just barely figured that one out.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Because how could a story like that, that indeed I was one of the first people, about 100 views. Give me a break, dude. I mean,
YouTube.
You needed to make a 1 hour Rise of Skywalker criticism on why it's a Mary Sue or something.
Nah, I think the key is just to have fun, like we're having here.
No, but YouTube, the algorithm is fuck. Because you know what my highest view video was the Morbius trailer. It's my highest view video ever.
Yeah,
to like 2,500 views on it for my small channel, and it's literally because I was on half hour before the trailer dropped, and I was waiting for it to drop, and then I played it when it dropped, and it went crazy. People were, I had the highest views ever, the most live chat going on ever. YouTube's funky, man. It's just
well, on a side note
too, it's like that many people were excited about Morbius compared to like other stuff. It was just I don't know.
Okay, so the thing is though that so Morbius may not be Star Wars level, it may not be MCU level, but it does have its fans, and there's several thousand of them. If you could get into the algorithm for that, you'll be great.
Yeah, but just the words Boba Fett and Mandalorian should hit the algorithm.
I would have thought that. That's it right there. I mean,
you can find a niche, right? Like no one likes to talk about those like straight to video movies, like those martial art ones. And stuff,
that's Mike Zero. He's probably made about 50 Boba Fett in Mandalorian videos already, and now he's gonna finally say, "I was right."
I'm not gonna get into it because like whatever. I mean, it's playing the game, but the whole like there's a civil war between the Mandalorian people and Kathleen Kennedy and Disney. Like,
who's the young Boba Fett? Daniel Logan.
Yeah. You've read that, right? That there's a civil war between the Star Wars and that's like.
Wait, what? In Lucasfilm? Between who?
Yeah, it's Lucasfilm versus Disney, dude. Didn't you hear? Breaking news.
Really?
That's great. Yeah, but we never asked you. What do you think of the Tamia Morrison coming in?
I just googled that, and here are the top 2 search results. We got one. I'm not even going to say the site.
We got this covered.
Wiggit the black kid. Second one, bounding into comics.
Jeffrey, you got this covered. Jeffrey, you got it covered. Dude.
No, they don't have it covered. Number two, bounding into comics. They have it
covered. If it's on the top list,
bounding into comics. Like, come on. We know the MO. We know what these sites.
Jeffrey, I want to know what you think about Mandalorian. I couldn't give a crap's ass what the other guys think. If not, I'd give them the link.
I mean,
so if there's anyone from Bounding into Comics here that wants to come in, you're welcome to do it. I'll give you the link. Hold on. Right now, I have Jeffrey here. I want to know his opinion for the time being. Anyone else wants to join? Let me know. Jeffrey, what do you think of the Mandalorian?
They
without
better
promoting
not use
10 other people.
They better not use Morrison's voice. I want the original trilogy.
Morrison's voice is now the canon voice.
That is
reject
the
that.
unfortunate part.
I reject
Yeah.
that reality.
And
I
the
don't accept it.
the original voice, the actor has passed away.
Mhm.
So he's I can't recall. He was actually
use audio archive footage, like they did with Snoopy in the Peanuts
Jesus
movie.
Christ, this is what we're down to? It's fucking Snoopy. This is what we're down to. We're taking pages out of Snoopy's book. To make
Jeffrey, do you have Snoopy dolls?
Well, no, I don't, but I like Snoopy.
I like Snoopy. I'm a Peanuts fan.
Yeah, I got a confession to say that every time I go to Disneyland, when I used to go, it was all about Snoopy, right? Oh no, that's Winnie the Pooh. Sorry, duh.
Oh bother!
My point is,
Charlie Brown.
my point is for the 2015 Peanuts movie, they used Bill Melendez's audio archive to voice the Snoopy character in the film.
Yeah, we gotta change Robert's name to Linus. Now.
Needs a blue blanket. Where's that blue blanket?
Also, the story's even saying it's going to be a small role, so I don't know if that's accurate, but I guess we'll see. So,
Well,
I guess
I gotta retract before I start getting released to Snoopy Cut haters attacking me. Guys, I'm not dissing Snoopy. Relax. I'm just saying.
I've already saw some comments, man.
We're not using, I'm just saying we're not using Snoopy on how we're going to make the Mandalorian. That's all I said. Snoopy's cool. I'm good with Snoopy. I like Woodstock.
Hey, I'm good with Snoopy too. I live in the east side of LA, and he tags a lot here. So I just want to say, okay, Snoopy 13, we're good, man. Right? We're good.
Patton Oswalt would agree with me.
And Joker too, right? There's a lot of
Patton
Jokers.
Oswalt made
Joker.
Patton Oswalt made a career out of trashing little kid Boba Fett. Oh, we're gonna make him a little kid. We're gonna make Boba Fett a little kid. Don't you like Boba Fett? We're gonna make him a little
made
kid.
a career out of trashing everyone. So I mean, that's just Patton Oswalt. That's what he does.
Just look up the Patton Oswalt Star Wars stand-up comedy act, Lewis.
No.
Okay.
No, Snoopy never talked.
Yes. Well,
Snoopy did talk.
he speaks in those.
No,
he speaks in
no.
those like gibberish.
It's not talking.
No. When he argues with Woodstock, he does talk.
Oh.
He talks
not
in,
talking.
yeah. Well,
That's how
he has
Robert
a
talks.
voice. He has a voice.
I
makes
suppose the
noises.
teachers were talking too. Wow, wow,
Thank you,
wow,
Mandy
wow,
G.
wow, 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 wow,
Thank you,
wow.
Mandy G.
Well,
Mandy
yeah,
G,
Have you heard
you're
your
a good
teacher
person.
sometimes?
Mandy G, you're a good person. Don't listen to Lunga
Why is everyone attacking Lunga now?
Seriously.
because Lunga is being a mean-spirited contrarian and he's trashing Snoopy.
What is he trashing?
Coming from you, that is hilarious.
All I'm saying, my point of view comes from a fan who loves the original Boba Fett. We need to use the original Boba Fett and
dead.
use, as I said, we need to use the original Boba Fett, use
He's dead.
archived audio footage
He's dead.
to
Archive audio footage of what?
Yes.
The 3 lines that Boba Fett said in the original trilogy?
if necessary,
He
yes.
He had like 2 lines, dude.
Or use a sound alike.
It's like every
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Okay. I'm sorry. So every line in The Mandalorian is going to be
Use Quentin
he's worth
Tarantino to
nothing
do the
to me.
voiceover.
He's worth nothing to me dead. That's going to be the only line he says in The Mandalorian, or put him on the ship. That's his only lines in The
He
Mandalorian.
just plays Captain Solo into the cargo hold.
Let's just throw Chris
Don't get to
Rocket
me.
in there and have him be Boba Fett.
Listen, I hate the prequels. I was never on board with what they did to Boba Fett in the prequels. Nothing against Tamura Morrison. I just don't. I don't want that voice as Boba Fett in
The special
Mandalorian.
edition Star Wars, which from what I
It's-
understand is canon, has Tamia Morrison.
Jeffrey really believes that
Which
Ewan McGregor
special
should
edition?
not have been in the
1997?
prequels. They should have used rotoscope Alex Guinness with de-aging technology and use his voice lines from the first movie to play Obi-Wan in the prequel trilogy.
Maybe they should have. Also,
That's a
Lewis,
terrible
the special
idea.
edition came out in 1997. There was no Tamara Morrison on those
No,
films
but
back then.
the 1997 special edition is like 10 special editions old. There's literally every
Those-
single time they release
Those
it.
were
there's-
special edition. That's what they were marketed as. They were the special edition.
I gotta be honest
they
with you,
came
they've all been special editions, even the laser discs.
There,
Because they've always tingled with it.
there is a YouTube video with the voice comparisons, with the scenes and the voice comparisons. I mean, unless you're a discerning listener, you're probably not going to know.
I could tell.
No, you can definitely. Well, I mean, we're going to know, but
The
I mean,
original voice to me sounds maybe it's because it's the first
You
one.
can't-
I don't know. It sounds more
There's no
sinister.
way you could get another actor to make him sound like the
wait,
original movie.
hang on, Jeffrey. Lewis, you saying the original voice sounds what?
To me, it sounds more sinister, more
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit more evil and
Yeah.
mysterious. But I'm fine with Morrison.
Mm,
But then the clones, the stormtroopers were having the same voice, correct?
yeah, all the clone stormtroopers.
I mean,
have
they're
the same
just
voice.
trying to keep it up with make everything make sense. I understand.
Listen, I mean, this is George Lucas himself put Hayden Christensen at the end of Return of the Jedi. Okay,
They couldn't even keep the canon straight for the sequels. Canon sucks.
if anything, replacing the voice is that's just what we do. That's what Star Wars has done since the beginning. They've changed things. Okay, they have a James Earl Jones voice in Darth Vader, another guy in the costume, and then they put Hayden Christensen at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Have
So
Frank Oz do it. Have
Well,
Frank
the
Oz do
guy
the
who
voice
voiced
of
Boba
Boba
Fett- The guy who voiced Boba Fett was not the
No
guy in the
good
suit
news.
either.
Solo's body in my cargo hold. You replace.
I still say Christopher Walken as Boba Fett.
Have you
He's
seen those
no-
auditions?
he's
Have
no
you seen
good
the-
to me. Dead.
12 years ago, I was a Mandalorian.
Put
Uh,
Captain Solo
Jeffrey, could you read
in the hole.
just your average Joe's comment real quick? What is it?
McClunky. Yeah, there you go. That's what we get for our troubles for being okay with how they change. We get McClunky. That's
Well,
what
we're not
get.
okay, but we don't have a choice.
Huh? We
It's
do
what's
have a
there,
choice.
though.
We do have a choice. We have to make our we have this platform and we
No,
can make our
we-
voices heard
okay.
now. And I am drawing my line in the sand. I am planting my flag right now. John Favreau and Dave Filoni. We want an original Boba Fett sounding voice for the Mandalorian.
All right.
Not
So
the new
says-
updated voice.
So says the Jeffrey Menace.
So say we all.
That
You
is
know,
not
I
the
would
way.
love to play the voice here. I would love to play the voice here, but I get nothing but like a copyright claim has been formed on your video, like from YouTube. I get like
Oh,
10,000
put the
of
fucking
those.
violin away, dude. All right, it's YouTube. Deal with it. It's just-
And then here's the thing.
move
Here's the
on.
thing. And I want to tell you guys this.
Get the past. Kill
On
it. if you-
Twitch, right? You can follow Nerd Report on Twitch, twitch.tv/Nerd Report. This is the kind of emails we get. Hey, doing a good job. Keep it up. Only a few more and you get this upgrade. Hey, thanks for participating. Blah, blah, blah. And then YouTube, copyright a claim formed by a random person that doesn't even own the copyright.
Here,
Starts to
let's
feel-
You know, it's like,
let's play it.
feel like a recorded clip that you put in every live stream, Lewis, because you literally it's like the commercial break time about how
I
Bro,
sent
you
you the
gotta
link,
know-
Lewis. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it.
hold on.
By the way, I did get a nice email from Twitch to myself today too. It said I'm an affiliate. So that was
Nice. There you
Congrats.
go.
Oh, so Twitch is starting to lie now?
nice. Yeah, they lied every time they told you good job.
Just like that Mike is lying, claiming you're a podcaster. But
is.
next,
Hey,
okay, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this copy.
jealousy is a bad look on you.
Yeah, it is. It is. It is. So stop it, John. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Jesus.
Let's get Jeffrey in a rage and let's listen to the voice comparison.
Okay, from what I remember, where's the link, bro? Hold on.
Private chat.
From what I remember, it's not that bad. But let me try it right here.
No, it's. I mean, unless
Well,
you're
Louis, you don't have to
just
play it.
learning.
I don't want you to get copyright strike.
No, let's just do it. Have fun with it. It's not like audience,
I mean,
watch
you
this.
could do what I've said is we're hitting the first hour, end it on YouTube, and continue it on Twitch.
Nah, just do it here. It's fine.
But YouTube sucks. Okay, continue. Let's keep doing it here.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, we only got
Wow.
to replace it. All right, here we go. You guys see it?
Yeah.
You guys see it? All right, here we go. Thing's over.
This is a biased video. The crappy redub.
No disintegration.
As you wish.
No disintegration.
As you wish.
Captain Solo to Jabba the Hutt after I have Skywalker.
He's no good to me dead.
Whoa.
He's no good to me dead.
You're being put into carbon freeze.
What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me. What if he doesn't survive? He's worth a lot to me. Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold. Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold.
It's not that bad right there.
All right, I like the redub better.
Yeah, I
What?
did too. Like the first one just sounds.
Wait,
like a decrepit
hang
old
on,
man.
hang on. You guys are saying you like the redub.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
play it again.
No,
Let's play it again.
I will tell you why. Because the original one literally sound like I only have 3 lines, but I can't fucking remember them, so I wrote them on the inside of my helmet.
No,
sounded like-
Jason Wingreen was like had tons of television and movie experience, and he also did a lot of voiceover work. There is,
And
I
how come
totally-
it still sounds not
No,
as good
no,
as
no,
the
no,
Suit
no.
act- He
redub?
wasn't
How
the suit
dare
actor
you.
either. He
No,
wasn't
no,
the
no.
suit actor.
no, he wasn't the suit actor.
Yeah,
No, the suit actor is Jeremy Bullock,
exactly.
but Jason Wingreen did the
But
voices.
Lunga, like the contrarian he is, he's like, oh, he wrote him on his helmet to remember them.
Damn,
On the inside
dude.
of his
I think
helmet.
Jeffrey's going hard after
I know.
Lunga.
He's going
That's-
to Lunga
Jeffrey, you
tonight.
know what that's called, Jeffrey? That's called knowing humor and what makes people laugh. I didn't literally say the voice actor was inside his suit with the words written on the fucking helmet. Of course. It's called humor, dude.
Jeffrey,
Okay.
Jeffrey, do you have
the
a comeback
original
for that? Because I
version-
think
Here's
you
my
need a
response.
comeback, Jeffrey, because I think Lunga really got you there.
That is the version that became one of the most popular characters in the Star Wars mythos. That is the version that captured the imagination of an entire planet.
Yeah,
It is that
tells you how stupid
version
us
of
Star
the
Wars fans
character.
are.
I got to agree with Jeffrey. I totally 100% agree with
Listen,
Jeffrey.
And this is me being a Star Wars fan, a big Star Wars fan. We're a bunch of fucking idiots. I'm sorry. It's just,
It doesn't-
let's just be honest. We
Speak
we
for
love
yourself.
character.
Speak for yourself, Lunga.
We loved
Speak
it-
for
we loved
yourself.
We loved a character that had 3 minutes of fucking screen time. I mean, it was like there was
It's
character do we
Because
do
he
that
looks
with?
cool.
because he looks
It wasn't
cool.
his voice. It was his helmet.
Wasn't his
No.
voice.
Part of it,
everything about the character. It was
part
like
of it
him.
is the voice. The element of Boba Fett is the voice, the menacing voice.
A tiny
It-
element. That was
it-
not menacing.
no,
that
but
voice.
it's
That was
part-
never an element to me.
Play that clip again.
Lies.
Oh, I'm Trumbull. Hey, he's no good to me,
Okay,
Dad.
let's settle this. Let's go to the
Tell me
Star Wars
what-
Christmas
I
special.
like Boba Fett. No,
Let's
Did
see
you
him
pee
ride
your
that
pants when you said that in theaters?
let's look at the comments. Bunda, the redub is better.
Oh,
Tumet too.
wait. But Bunda also likes Jesse Eisenberg as
Yeah,
Lex Luthor.
And Tumet too says the redub is better. I said the redub is better. John said
No.
the redub is better.
Okay, hang on. So,
Hold on.
okay, wait.
Got
Let's
it. Right now,
ask
in
him
the
though.
chat, in the chat. Original
Okay.
Boba Fett, type 1. Redub, type 2. Let's
And
do it.
also, did you see the original movies or did you see the special editions? What was your
born in
first?
1974.
No, not you. We're the same age. You don't count.
Are you asking me?
I'm asking the chat because if they're like
No,
20 years
We're the
old,
same age. I just look better.
Louis, hold on. He posted as his Twitch and his YouTube. That does not fucking count. Okay, one of
It's the
those.
black tee in the helmet, not the
Also,
voice.
also, we know what your vote is, so you don't count in that in the chat. Sorry, we already got yours in the panel. The chat is for the people watching, not you, not me, not John, not Robert, not Mike.
For the people.
Exactly.
And the people
So
are
we got-
voting too.
1, 2, 3. We have 3 so far, and 1 of yours, which doesn't count because it's yours. So there's as of right now in the chat, there's 0 for the original one.
God damn it, you guys! Come
Well,
on,
Robert, you're really trembled in fear.
Is there no? Wait, hang on. Wait,
Mandy
there's one
just
more, right?
says, I kind of like the original voice. The other one kind of sounds weird.
Mandy, you're supposed to have
Click my vid.
Click
Click my vid.
one.
Original.
Click my vid.
or
One.
2, Mandy. A 1 or 2. You got to commit. Put the number in. 1 for the original, 2 for the redub. Put a number in, Mandy.
Mandy, put in 1, please.
Yes, please.
Mandy, look at me.
Oh, come on, John.
We have voter tampering going.
Next thing you know, John's gonna tell her to mail in her ballot. Come on.
All right. We have.
Oh, John, she voted against you. She voted against you.
Good job, Mandy. So here's my point. This is all I'm saying. That voice is my opinion, my humble opinion is that the voice is much more menacing than Tamura's, which is kind of like, put him in the cargo hold. Yeah, just throw him in the cargo hold. Let's rewatch it. I mean, I just think
Let's rewatch it.
I'm not gonna rewatch it.
the delivery is much better.
Robert,
Delivery is much better.
Robert, how much did Boba Fett scare you when you were a child?
None. I was legitimately a fan. I was it was a mystery who Boba
Okay,
Fett
can
was.
you guys hear this? This is awful.
Oh god.
Jesus. Did you guys hear him yell no twice?
It's It's horrible.
It's
Horse
awful.
manure. It's horse manure. It's
The
hot.
first no.
Hold on, we didn't get Mike's vote. Mike, you I don't think we got your vote. Did you like the original or the redub?
Mike's our age. He's gonna say 1. He's gonna
I
say
like
Shut up,
the
Robert. Stop tampering, Robert.
What about here?
Mike
I
got
already
hung up for
Mandy's vote because of John.
for a character you claim to be insignificant. You keep talking about it.
But I like the original one because I remember seeing Boba Fett in the cartoon, and I remember the voice off of the cartoon, and it translated into the film. So that's
No,
why
it didn't. The voice in the cartoon's different.
it's a different voice in the cartoon.
Yeah, but I remember it that way. So
Mike,
I don't
which
remember.
cartoon? Do you mean the holiday special?
Yeah,
Of course, there's only one, the holiday special that I refer to because I'm
that voice. The voice is similar. That voice. I don't know if it's the same voice actor. but
it's a different voice actor,
It's a different voice actor, but it sounds.
but it's similar. It's similar to what's in the movies, though. Actually, for
It
Boba
is.
Fett,
It is.
in the original cuts.
That was
And
the
look,
reason
I
why
think
I wanted to get my
Tom
friggin',
Morrison is a great
coupon
actor.
and send it in.
I just never liked the idea that of this backstory for Boba Fett, and I thought it was forced. And I think it was just Lucas's way of trying to pander to the fans after the Phantom Menace to try. Oh, hey, we're gonna put these characters in here, and then we have a little kid Fett, which was also horrible.
Yeah, but
Well,
do you like Rebels and Clone Wars?
Rebels, yes, I love Rebels. Clone Wars is hit and miss for me.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to keep canon, like things kind of like in some sort of order, you got to use Tamia Morrison's voice.
I
That's
mean,
just
they
the way-
can't keep. I mean, they
Yeah.
can't even keep their own canon straight anymore. Their
The
canon
problem
is-
I have, honestly, is having Boba Fett be the original clone for the Empire's army. That to me is not good to begin with. That's
I
all
just
I'm
like the.
Yell at Lucas. I mean, what the hell you want? It's done. It's Lucas. It was done.
What the
Get
hell
over
do I want? I don't fucking watch those movies. That's what I do. I don't watch them.
To me, Boba Fett was just he was a bounty. He was just an amoral bounty hunter. He was maybe a rival to Han Solo. He worked for Jabba the Hutt. He's just out there
I mean, the
working a bounty,
argument.
getting bounties and doing his job.
Let's be truthful. The argument about like George, it being an insignificant character, Lucas himself made him the kind of link to the first clone that caused the entire Clone Wars.
Yeah, because after
That's pretty big.
Here's the thing. He made him as a almost throwaway character. And then when he realized in the time between the original trilogy and the prequels, he realized how popular this character became. So he's like, well, why don't we give the fans what they want? They want Boba Fett, we'll give them Boba Fett. Here's a good idea. They cloned him
We
off
could
the
sell
Jedi,
more figures.
and he's all over the place. And there you go. There's Boba Fett's backstory because I never thought about
And Lucas has said it himself. He basically became the big studio machine that he never wanted to be. He wanted to be the independent filmmaker, making cool movies. But when it came to the the prequels, 1, 2, and 3, he basically became that big studio machine, marketing, toys, and compromising your story to sell those toys. Those were the things that really were a negative for the original trilogy. I mean, I remember because I went to Frankenson when the collectible show out here in Southern California, when they announced the new movies. And I remember when I think they were called the Power of the Force figures when they came out, and one of their launching figures was Boba Fett, and then Luke and then all the other figures all bulked up that new toy series. But yeah, I mean that's what it was with Lucas, with the whole backstory for Boba Fett. Was it really compromised the story to slap together this shitty story that he's basically the clone for all of these stormtroopers,
because he wanted to make him more important somehow to the story.
Right.
That's why, because Boba Fett's a kid in the prequels. So how can you really create his background while he's a kid? You have to make his father somewhat relevant to the whole deal. And
so
why?
Because he's a badass. That's why.
Here's the thing. We keep saying he's a badass. If anything, if you look at the original trilogy, you had a gallery of bounty hunters who were all badass. That's why Vader got them, because these were the best bounty hunters in the galaxy. Okay.
Right.
They all had their strengths. Okay. Boba Fett, it wasn't that he was a badass. He was this. We kind of created that mythology of him. What he was smart.
Not really. The Empire could not find.
I didn't create that. George Lucas did, and when I saw it on screen, he was a badass.
Tell me one fight Boba Fett got in the original trilogy just showed he was a badass.
The entire Empire was after the Millennium Falcon. Boba Fett found it.
That's not a badass. I said he was smart. Could you let me finish?
Yeah, but
I said he was smart. No. I said he was smart. He knew how to track it instead of the brute force, the other stuff the bounty hunter was doing. He sneakily tracked him and created a situation to catch him. He was smart.
There is a degree.
You can still be a badass by being smart.
Hang on,
Mando's badass. When you watch the way Mando's fights and all the stuff,
He got the better of Luke Skywalker too.
But there is a degree of menace with Boba Fett, because when Vader goes up to Boba Fett and admonishes him, no disintegration. That's he
got knocked into a Sarlacc pit by blonde Han Solo with a fucking jetpack on.
I'll say that was the weakest. That was there to basically move the story and say, okay, this scene's done. We're moving on to Endor, and
except he didn't get killed by
that. Shows you how cool
and it was done with the humor that doesn't exist in Star Wars. By the way, there's no humor in Star Wars, guys. Boba Fett, where? Boba Fett. Humor doesn't exist in Star Wars, though, guys. Just remember that. Can't have Taika because humor doesn't exist.
He's not dead.
Humor exists in Star Wars, though. It's just it's a certain type of humor.
Jeffrey, he got defeated by a blind Han Solo. Okay, he got defeated.
He got the better of Luke Skywalker too.
How did he? He didn't. All he did was
Empire Strikes Back.
He didn't get the better of him. Luke Skywalker followed them so Vader can confront him, and Luke knew it was a trap.
Hey, can you pull up Phobic Xeno's comment really quick?
He shot at Luke Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker couldn't do jack slack.
I'll read his comment. The original voice is better. Boba Fett was based on Clint Eastwood characters in the spaghetti westerns, menacing and gruff. The redub was just retconning for the stupid prequel changes. I agree.
If it's based on that, I did not hear it. That was in no way, shape, or form a Clint Eastwood inspired voice.
Not Clint Eastwood, like Clint Eastwood.
Tamora plays a tough New Zealander outback. He plays that kind of character too. Not American.
It wasn't It didn't translate in that voice though. In the voice for Boba.
I think you're
Mia Morrison's voice is not that bad though. I mean,
it's not bad, but we're talking out of preference and what
nails on a chalkboard. It is bad.
Jeffrey, have you really listened to your voice?
Well, there's a reason why none of us are playing Boba Fett, though. That's irrelevant.
I'm saying
anymore.
Touche.
Lunga.
Hold on. Is this
Is this
where I can flex? Have any of you written?
I must not fear. Fear is
Yeah,
the
but
mind
just because
killer.
you're right doesn't mean it's good.
Wait. What do you want to flex? Your muscles, your biceps?
No, I don't do that because I don't have any. Those
All
years are
right,
behind
you know what?
me.
This conversation's getting really heated up. I think there's going to be blows thrown. Like a lot of things. If you guys want to see this conversation go nuclear, head over to Twitch. I just posted the link. It's twitch.tv/nerd report. I just press on that link and you're going to see the exact same thing you're watching now with no interruptions. But before we end this stream here on YouTube, we're going to end it on YouTube and then just keep going on Twitch. No need to stop. You guys are on Twitch. Should be good already. Real quick, Mike, shameless plug, real quick.
Yeah, this is Mike Sandoval. Muse TV is where you can find us, and we have a great interview with Tanya Sriracha that you can see right now.
Robert?
Robert Garcia, Swinging Eighth Note on Instagram and right here on the Nerd Report.
Darth Daddy?
You can find me on YouTube at The Great Council and on Twitch, Darth Daddy Lunga.
John?
You can find me on the Nerd Reactor channel, and we recently interviewed Sam Littlefield. Who
I was there
in,
too.
Batwoman.
Yeah.
Lois was also there.
Hollywood?
Jeffrey Harris. You can find me my reviews and articles 411mania.com. My podcast is the 411 Wrestling Interviews podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and also on Twitter at WillJack83.
All right, and once again, my name is Louis Lecca. You can find me on Twitter at NerdLecca right there. You can see the handle. But also, here's the Twitch. I'm dropping it in again. Very easy to do. Just press on that, and we'll still be on. I have a feeling like right now, like Jeffrey's getting ready. He's gonna go up against Lunga. I know he is. So let's see what we're doing right here. Hold on a second.
Why are you trying to start things, Louis? Me and Jeffrey are friends.
You guys aren't friends.
We're friends.
You guys want to know if you guys want to know what Lunga said about Jeffrey, head over to Twitch right now. It's disgusting.
There's a